Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another amazing episode of The Basement, where we like to talk about things theologically, practically, and hilariously. My name is Tristen.
And I'm Ezra.
And he's somewhere right now. Yeah, he's doing something really weird. Anyways, I thought that I would have a thought. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of this thought that I had. Because it's been racking my brain for a long time. Okay? First things first, I want to just get this off my plate. If you replace every cell in your body over time, are you still the same person? Yes, it's going to be one of these episodes. Thank you very much. And... oh, this... what?
You have to change the slide.
I'm aware. Frick. Well, now we have to restart that one.
Restart what? We're not restarting anything.
And he has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
I fell.
So yeah, if you replace every cell in your body over time, are you still the same person?
No.
Really?
I don't know.
I mean, this kind of feels like a Theseus's ship thing, you know?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Theseus's ship is basically a prompt given by this one guy who said, you know what? If you have a ship, you replace all of the planks on that ship. Is it still the same ship that it once was? This still kind of applies to us. If you replace all the cells in your body over time, are you still the same person?
No.
I say you are.
No, I wouldn't.
Your essence and your personality are still the same.
Well,
You are the
I
same
think
person.
your personality can change throughout time as time continues, and you can have different thoughts and things. But my thought is, why do we brush our teeth twice a day, but only wash our hands when they're visibly dirty? Our mouths are basically bacteria.
Are basically a bacteria party?
Yes, are basically a bacteria party that never ends.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
We need to have better hygiene for our mouths.
Yes. Way better hygiene.
We have great hygiene for our hands, but not as much for our mouths.
It didn't work. They didn't, transition the screen over to your face.
That's okay. I have another thought.
What's your other thought?
Is the universe infinite? Or just bigger than we can conceive?
I'm pretty sure it's infinite.
I disagree.
Why?
Because there has to be some sort of constraint on the universe.
I think the universe is actually infinite, though. Because you can't put a cap on God.
Okay, fair enough, you can't put a cap on God, but we're not talking about God. We're talking about the universe.
Yes, the universe is an expanse.
And if God is infinite, why would something that he created be infinite?
I don't know!
If God is infinite, then nothing can be bigger than God, so therefore the universe has to be smaller than God. So it's not infinite.
Well, God is outside of space and time.
Which has a height, depth, and width. Space is a trinity. Height, depth, and width. Time is also a trinity. Past, present, future.
Well, what I would say, though, is, God is outside of those, so he is more than just infinite. If that's even possible. Right? Because he's God. He's possible anything. Anything's possible for him.
Okay.
So,
well then,
wouldn't it be that the universe could technically be infinite, it just wouldn't be greater than God?
No.
Because God could see the end of it, even though there is no...
Well, then it's just bigger than we can comprehend.
Yes.
So it's not infinite. It's just bigger than we can comprehend. Because it's ever expanding. You can't expand something that's already infinite.
I guess that's fair.
Okay?
If humans invented alarm clocks to wake up, but hit snooze, like we're negotiating time itself, why?
We're lazy.
I agree.
We're lazy human beings. Oh. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
I have another thought. What if dreams are glimpses into parallel universes? What if when you fall asleep at night and go to bed, your mind enters another universe? What happens? Are there actual parallel universes?
Probably not.
Do they exist?
Probably not.
Then we get into the entire idea of free will, and how that affects time and decisions, and how there's a multiverse.
Here, hold this. It's not zooming in on my face.
Yeah, it doesn't care.
You should just cover your face. Thank you. We spend a third of our lives sleeping, yet complain about not having enough time. Maybe dreams are the real productivity hack. English.
So what if they're not glimpses into a parallel universe, but in fact...
I think I just broke the HDMI cable.
You disconnected it. There's a difference. So they're not glimpses into a parallel universe.
No.
They're just time travel. Whoa. But if time travel is possible... Does free will exist? Or are our choices predetermined by the laws of physics? Here's the thought, right? It says in the Bible that free will exists. Right?
But according to Calvinists,
Our salvation is predetermined.
yes.
Right. So what do we believe? Do we truly engage in free will? Do we really get to make a choice?
No.
You don't believe so?
No, I do believe we do. I just say no for no reason.
No, I'm
No,
kidding.
no.
But here's the thing. Here's another question. If God knows everything that we are going to do,
Yes.
is it actually free will if he already knows that we're going to do it?
Yes.
How?
Because we have the option to do it.
Can you...
There's many other things we could be doing.
I know what you're going to do. You're going to try and grab this remote, so I keep moving it away. Does that mean you still have free will?
Yes.
How? How?
What?
How?
How? What do you mean how?
How do you still have free will, even though I know what you're going to do?
I don't know. You just do.
The difference between allowing for someone to do something and choosing what they do is what we're talking about when it comes to free will. God can know everything that a human being will do, but that doesn't mean that their choices are already predetermined by Him. That means we just predetermined our own decisions.
Yeah.
Because you said that God is outside of space and time, right?
Yes.
So He can be in the past, present, and future all at the same time.
Yes.
So,
He can be there when we're making decisions, and he can also be at the aftermath after we made the decision.
correct. Which means if decisions are predetermined, they're predetermined by us, not by God.
Yes.
Which means we still have free will, so free will still exists.
Boom, next slide. We wear clothes to cover our bodies, then post half-naked selfies online for strangers to judge.
You know, that just seems counterproductive in my opinion.
That just sounds like the whole, what is it, lustful eyes or whatever it is.
What?
Being like intentionally like causing people to stumble.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Our society has issues.
Yeah, and plus, also on top of that, like, not just necessarily trying to gain another person's attention just to allure them, but also to gain other people's attention for your own affirmation. Right?
Only affirmation we need is from God.
Right.
It's not even affirmation. It's like, good job, good and faithful servant.
Right. Okay. Back
No.
to time. If time travel
No.
was possible, would paradoxes prevent it from ever happening?
I don't even know what a paradox is, so no.
Paradox means that two truths are presented, but they are in opposition to each other. So here, let me explain what this question is actually asking. So, what if in the future time travel is something that people study and they actually create a time machine and they're actually working on making it happen?
Okay.
Time travel's actually happening. But because of the laws of time,
Someone steals an apple from Isaac Newton and gives it to somebody else.
no, but because of the laws of time and how it works, they can time travel, but whenever they time travel, it doesn't do anything. Like, they can't change anything in time. So this question is technically a paradox in and of itself, because it's asking if time travel is possible, is time travel possible? That's basically what it's asking. If time travel were possible, would time travel be possible? The fact that it exists, would the fact that it exists allow it to actually exist? That's why it's a paradox.
What's that one smart dude that's in the wheelchair?
Stephen Hawking?
He made I think he disproved time travel. He had a party and then posted about it 2 days later and said, "Everyone's invited to my party."
Okay.
That happened 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
He disproved time travel. No one came to his party.
Oh. What the heck? How was that disproved, though?
Well, if someone was able to crack time travel, they would have been at the party.
Oh.
Especially if the smartest guy in the world was doing it. One of the smartest people. One of the smartest people made a party and invited everyone in the world to go to it 2 days after it happened. Don't you think somebody who did time travel would try to be there?
I don't know. That depends on the motivation of the person.
That's true. I think it would disprove time travel.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a strange question.
I'd tell you a joke about time travel, but you didn't like it.
That's funny.
I'm hilarious.
So here's my thought about time travel is that if time travel were ever going to happen, it would only be observational time travel.
Like in the Christmas Carol? The Christmas story?
Mm-hmm. We would never actually be able to interact with the events. We'd only be able to observe them.
I'd be okay with that though.
Mm-hmm. Right?
It would cause a lot of corruption if we could change things.
Right.
And then you get into the idea of multi-universes or multiverses, I guess, right? Or different timelines of things.
Right.
Right? Where like, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. It's like if there was a possibility of changing something, then you create another alternate reality.
Right, but who knows if that even exists?
Yeah.
Like, all these ideas of alternate realities and multiverses are all based upon theories
Of time travel.
Right. We don't know what would actually happen if we would actually time travel.
Yet.
But since we know God exists, would he allow that?
I don't think so. I think that gives humans too much power.
Right. I would think so. And then also, here's the thought about it too. Like, if time travel did exist, who knows if we're actually living in the original timeline?
Yeah. And on top of that, if you had the power, like, to time travel, you could go back and you could be a god of your own timeline.
Right.
Which God doesn't want that?
Right. So, yeah. You're welcome. Glad we could tickle your brain a little bit.
Driving is trusting strangers not to crash into you at 70 miles an hour while you're both staring at your phones.
Conviction.
Stop looking at your phone while you're driving.
Right? Stop it.
I'm gonna just look over here now.
And stop driving 20 miles over the speed limit.
Don't look at me. Is it an allegation?
Oh gosh. Is reality just a simulation? And we're all code in a cosmic computer? I don't think so. But I don't think so.
I think...
Even if we were, even if we were in a simulation, what would that change necessarily?
What?
If we were in a simulation, what would that change?
Nothing, really.
Exactly. So...
You could say that we technically are in a simulation, then, if nothing really would change.
Correct.
No matter how you look at it, it says what we do is the same.
Right. So, like, if you knew you were in a simulation but could never break out of it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Like The Sims 4.
What?
Like The Sims 4.
Oh my gosh. But, I guess in a sense, we are kind of in a simulation.
Yeah.
But not computer-wise. And here's why. Humans are actually in a simulation of time.
Yeah, time's relative.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the only reason why time existed was because Adam and Eve sinned.
There's time existed?
So... Or the beginning and end of time existed. It was because Adam and Eve sinned. Because of them, death entered the world.
No, sin entered the world.
Sin equals death.
Where does it say that?
The wages of sin is death. Sin equals death.
Okay.
So, because they sinned, death entered into the world. And so, therefore, there was an end to things.
It's hard to wrap my brain around.
There was an end to things. So now we are in a simulation of time where we have, well...
We have an end.
We have an end.
Yeah, because they could have eaten the fruit of eternal life or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
And lived forever.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. That one's hitting hard.
Right? Your actions have monumental consequences.
The ocean is a soup. Laughing is your body's way of saying that was so absurd I need to expel air violently to cope.
Yeah, you're just like exhaling violently in order to make sure everybody knows you thought that was funny.
Guess sneeze.
You make me do that on a regular basis.
Which part?
Exhaling.
Oh. Like my songs about castor oil. Next slide.
Those things can be in a vault somewhere.
Yes.
Okay. Why do we fear death when it's the one thing we've never experienced?
I don't fear death.
Okay, let's say, why does humanity fear death?
Because they don't have something they're serving.
True.
They are lost.
Okay.
And they worry that the enjoyment that they are experiencing is going to end.
Okay. But let's go off the premise of the question.
Okay.
We fear a bunch of things because of what we have experienced with them. For example, you fear electricity because you've been shocked before.
Well...
Or you fear dogs because you've been bitten by them.
I think we fear death because we've seen other people experience it.
Okay.
And we've seen what they go through right before it. And I think it's the leading up to it is what is
Right.
the fear. I don't think it's the fear of everything stopping.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone would fear nothing happening. Right? No one would fear absolutely nothing. But people, what they do fear is the pain and the horror and the death. Like
Well,
the
they fear the
suffering.
unknown.
The unknown. Yeah, the unknown. But they fear the suffering.
Right. Before that point.
Yeah. So I think if everybody had the opportunity, this is a little dark, but if everybody thought that death was going to come upon them, they would take it on themselves and make it so that it was instant rather than long and painful.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Right. The cranium.
But it's not necessarily the death. It's the process that leads up to it.
Yes, that's what people fear. I don't think they fear death. Like the moment their heart and their brain and everything stops. I don't think they fear that. I think what they're fearing is what is the process of which death is led from.
Right. But I do think there is a validation for fearing what comes after.
Yeah, I guess in a sense, but I think people who don't have something they revere or have a fear, like a reverence to, I think they just live in a sense of denial because everyone knows there's something that they're yearning for.
Right.
Everybody wants something. Right? And lots of people try to fill it with money, with people, with
right,
like things. But then you find God and you're like, oh, that was the hole.
Right.
And then that doesn't become so scary after all.
Right. Yeah.
The leading up's still kind of scary because we don't want to experience that.
Right.
But the after of death is not as scary.
Right. Because Paul talks about in his letters of being grateful and willing to meet his Father in heaven and wanting to be with him for all the rest of his days. But knowing that he still has a mission on Earth to carry out. So, I mean, that's an interesting question to talk about death and our viewpoint of it.
We pay therapists to listen to our problems, but talk to our pets for free, and they never judge.
Basically, get a pet.
Get a fish.
Get a fish. Get a cat or a dog.
Get a fish and name it Sylvester.
Sylvester. I would think getting a cat or a dog would be nice. Well, a cat would judge you.
100%.
A cat would judge you.
100%.
A dog, not necessarily.
No, dogs are like, oh, you gave me food. I love you.
Right? But a cat will 100% look at you like you dressed with the wrong colors.
You dress in the wrong colors. You put their food in the wrong side of the bowl.
Right? They would totally do
their water, they look at it. It's not half full. It's half empty. But cats are soft.
Cats are soft. They would be therapeutic to pet.
Yes.
Also,
and I feel like Inspector Gadget. No, the villain from Inspector Gadget.
Also, did you know that a cat's purr is the correct resonance to help us heal our bodies faster?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where'd you hear that from? Randomfacts.com?
No, my physical science book.
Hmm.
Yeah, I actually learned that in school.
That's crazy.
Right?
Did you know that not everything you hear on the internet is true, but you can 100% repeat it?
Yep. That's true. Okay, and here's the deal.
No.
If animals could talk, would we still eat them?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, here's a crazy concept. So,
if they could talk, would they have a soul?
I think they have souls. They just have a different one than us.
Okay, would they have a soul, spirit, and mind?
I don't think they have a spirit.
If they could talk, do you think they would gain that like thing that makes us human?
No, because they are not the ones needing to be redeemed. And here's why. Because Adam and Eve were in the garden, and a serpent talked to Eve, and she was not surprised that the serpent was talking to her. So I think
she was also kind of stupid at that point too.
No, she was the beginning of humanity.
Okay.
She was 100% perfect.
She was
Perfect.
perfect?
What?
She was perfect?
Yeah, she was perfect.
And then she sinned.
And then she sinned.
And then she wasn't perfect anymore.
Correct. So Eve and Adam both had brains that functioned on such a high level.
So you think they probably could talk to animals?
Yeah.
At that moment.
They could communicate with animals, yeah.
And so for what reason did we lose that ability?
Because over time, sin and death degrade us.
So you're thinking in Adam and Eve's time, they were able to talk to animals?
Yeah. She wasn't surprised when the serpent was talking to her. And if these humans are
Would the
meant...
words have been different if she was?
What?
Would the words have been different if she was surprised that the serpent talked to her?
I believe so, yeah. First of all, she wasn't surprised that the serpent was talking to her, and also wasn't surprised that the serpent was talking about God.
Because God did come in the garden and talk to them.
Right.
So you're just saying, as time has continued, we've gotten so far separated from God that we've lost knowledge and we've lost capabilities because of sin.
Yes. What if Balaam and the donkey, where the donkey gets to talk to Balaam, what if it wasn't necessarily that God made the donkey talk, but he unlocks that part of Balaam's brain to understand?
I don't know.
Right?
That breaks my brain.
Right? It's a weird thought. So if they could talk, they didn't eat other animals. Like death wasn't a thing in the garden. So they didn't eat other animals. So in all technicality, they could talk with them, but they never ate them.
So you think they lost the ability to talk to animals right after they left the garden?
I don't think it was immediate. But I definitely think it slowly was lost over time.
Do you think animals have degraded too?
To a certain degree, yeah.
Do you think Noah was able to talk to animals?
That's a great question. I don't know if he was able to talk with them, but definitely interact with them.
Obviously, we can all interact with animals.
No. Interact with them better. Like, we can train horses and dogs and cats, right? Like, we have the ability to do that. I believe he was able to interact with all those animals in that way. Because none of them ate each other on the ark. Like, there was no infighting, it was not disaster and chaos.
Did they have their own separate cages and stuff?
I'm pretty sure they had all their separate things. But having that many different types of dangerous animals in one ark nowadays would be chaos.
I think it was like a Daniel and the Lion's thing situation where God was like, no, Holmes, they're not gonna eat each other. We gotta keep them.
Oh, wait. Wait. No, I heard a theory one time.
Yeah, we all heard theories.
Okay, so the entire idea of, like, actually eating meat wasn't something that happened until after Noah.
Why?
Because that would explain, like, why the animals in the ark did not have a tendency to want to eat each other.
You're saying everything was a herbivore?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. That would not give good reason for dinosaurs. Because there's probably, like...
You know how many different things they all believe about the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
And how many times they've had to revise what they have found about dinosaurs?
I still feel like I still feel like the Tyrannosaurus Rex had wings and
Yes.
was a carnivore or an omnivore.
But that's possibly so it was an herbivore though, in my mind. It's an herbivore. Plants were the Okay, this goes into a whole bunch of different things. Okay. So, there's the idea in Genesis 1 that says that God separated the waters of the land from the waters of the sky.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was literal.
And he created an expanse.
Right. In between the two.
Yes.
So there's a shield of water.
That he called the expanse heaven.
What?
He called the expanse heaven.
Okay. So there's like a shield of water around the earth.
Okay, yes, I know that one.
Okay. So all of the atmosphere is condensed.
Okay.
There have been experiments nowadays where they have actually used 100% oxygen on tomato plants. And these tomato plants have grown to ginormous lengths. The leaves are huge and the fruit is ginormous. So, with that condensed atmosphere, the vegetation is way more supported to supply all of these larger animals. Also, on top of that, there is more oxygen for larger animals to actually exist. They have bigger bodies that need more oxygen, so a condensed atmosphere means that they're able to actually exist because they actually can take in the amount of oxygen they need. So, when the flood happened, it describes like the water falling from the skies because they had never seen rain before.
Yeah.
They had never seen rain before.
Because it said there was a mist from the ground that would give them water.
So, when the flood happened, the water came from the sky.
And destroyed the condensed atmosphere.
And also the water came up from below. So it destroyed the Earth's atmosphere. So, with the idea of all of the animals being herbivores, the entire environment was properly made for everyone to be supported by plants. Because of the gigantic size the plants could be at. In order to reproduce themselves and hold nutrients and the size of them so that...
This is just a theory?
It's a theory. But it's also based
upon... well-delved into theory?
Yes. The well-delved into theory. So then when the atmosphere changed, and also Adam and Eve were larger in size than we are today. Like, we've also found...
I could believe that.
Yeah. We have found fossils of human beings that are bigger than us today, right? So they were larger.
What was a Nephilim?
That's a different discussion.
Yeah, I know.
But after Noah's Ark, you have a thinning atmosphere that thins over time. And you also have land that has been split apart into the continents that we have today.
Are you saying the flood caused the split?
Yes.
Like, broke up Pangea.
It's possible also that there was water underneath the ground and less land was available.
Okay.
So, it wasn't necessarily that it was a splitting up of Pangea, like Earth actually shifted around.
But I do believe that there are tectonic plates that move.
Yeah, there are tectonic plates around, but it could have been a combination of both. Like, the land kind of shifted around, plus also there was more water that actually enclosed certain pieces of land off from each other.
What about the whole thing that you can't, like, matter can't be created or destroyed?
Water was underneath the Earth?
Can't be underneath the Earth's circle.
Underneath the crust of the Earth. We have aquifers. We have underground rivers.
I don't think it held that much water. Like, dude, we got giant oceans.
Yeah. We got giant oceans. Who knows? Remember, this is God we're talking about. He could have created an entire system of how that water was actually there. And there are cave systems that actually go miles down below. That could have been part of this whole holding of water system.
My brain is broken now. Thank you very much.
I'm not done.
No, you are. Next slide.
No.
No, we're doing snippets. Next slide.
No.
Next
I have
slide.
to finish.
Next slide.
I have to finish.
Next slide.
The reason why
Next
the
slide.
dinosaurs weren't able to exist was because of the thin atmosphere, so they weren't able to be supported by the oxygen quantity.
Yes, you said that.
No, I didn't. Then also, they couldn't move across land quick enough in order to get to good food sources. And third, because of everything that was around them with the animals, the food source itself was minimal.
Why would God create a creature that would kill itself?
There's a lot of creatures that have gone extinct
By human causes.
by human causes. Who's to say that that wasn't a human cause? The only reason that God caused a flood on the earth was because of human sin.
I hate this. Next slide.
Glad I gotta break your brain with that.
Brain is officially broken.
Alright.
Handshakes are basically a polite way to exchange microscopic skin cells and germs with someone you just met.
Don't think about that too hard. You might become a germaphobe. Oh my gosh.
Oh, stop looking at me.
You
like
start
this.
doing a hand motion for some reason.
What the heck? Who doesn't want to look at my hand motions?
That's fun. Okay, so is happiness a destination or just moments scattered throughout life?
I'm gonna argue. I don't strive for happiness.
Well, that's what this question is asking. So...
I know, but I'm no. It's a trick question.
Or just moments, so it's moments scattered throughout life.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because it's basically asking, do you strive for happiness? Are you trying to get to happiness? Or does happiness just happen every so often?
Yeah. The second part.
Right. And then joy is even better than that.
Yeah, joy is eternal.
Right.
Cool, that was a quick question. Next.
Right? That one's way quicker than the last one.
Yeah. Reading books is downloading someone else's thoughts into your brain without an internet connection. I like it.
Yeah, you basically get to imagine you're hallucinating while you're reading ink off of a dead tree.
Yes.
The first piece of internet. What's funny is that our brains are able to be way more complicated than we give it credit for. Alright, what if the color blue looks different to everyone, but we all call it blue?
What if?
Right?
Like, we can't just say that, like, we can't quantify one thing like that because it is different for everyone.
Right.
Everyone has their own view of things.
Right.
Everyone sees everything differently. So you cannot actually define that.
Right. You can't.
Because you could say, "Oh, that looks like blue," and the other person would agree because it's...
That's what they've been told blue is.
Yes, that's what we've been told blue is.
Right. Like, it could look green to them, but they've been told it's blue because that's what everyone else sees as blue.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. And you can also...
Same with languages, too.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's also very interesting because of how light works.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an object...
Is every other color but that.
Right,
the one
because
color that
it's
it
what
can't.
it's reflecting.
It's what it can't hold.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is such a weird concept.
Yep.
And then also, perception can determine our reality.
Yeah.
We have the power to perceive something as something that it's not, and then it becomes that because we perceive it as such.
Also, we forgot to mention, this is just our perspective, and we're kind of just screwing about a little bit. So don't take this and just be like, "Oh, they said this." Like I said, not everything you read on the internet is true, but you can 100% repeat it.
Right? And I know that we're not using scripture very much in this one.
Yeah.
But
We're just having fun with theories and other things like that.
right? This is all speculation.
Yep.
and conversation around such.
Yep. And ways to make Ezra annoyed at Tristan. Just kidding. We microwave food to heat it up, but then blow it on it because it's too hot. Make up your mind, mouth.
I mean, goodness gracious. We try to get it to a certain degree of temperature.
Yep.
We make it too hot.
I just put mine in for like, whenever I use the microwave, put it in for like 2 minutes every single time, so it comes out like scorching.
Why do
I gotta
you
make
do
sure
that
all the
to
kill the
yourself?
bacteria.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
It definitely doesn't need it that long, but like, bacteria is dangerous.
right. Okay. Does the past exist anymore? Or is it just memories in the present?
Yes.
That's an interesting question.
I think step into the idea that God is in the past, present, and future. So yes, it is. It still exists.
Right.
The
Yeah.
past exists. Things have happened. It does exist. You can't touch it.
Right.
Can't feel it. Can't undo it. But it's there.
It's weird because it's frozen.
Yes.
Oh, that's so weird.
When something happens, it stays that way.
Right. Like it's frozen in time.
As we are slowly walking away from it.
Right. That's so weird.
Exponentially.
That is so weird. I like this question.
Yep, next question.
This one tickles my brain in a certain way that I like.
Weddings are celebrations where we dress up to watch people sign a legal contract about love. Yeah.
The sad part is it is a focus more on the legal contract than...
Now it is than it used to be.
Right?
It used to be more of a commitment. Make sure that thing's not going to fall out.
Huh? Oh. Well, stop touching it.
You're on my foot. Alright, next.
Well, Hebrew weddings, they lasted for an entire week. And you would celebrate. And there was actually a thing about, like, the wine. Like, you would have a lot of wine. And they would continue to dilute the wine. Because as you go throughout, you're drinking more and more wine, and you care less and less about the actual taste of it, just more about the substance. So they would dilute it so then it would last longer. And so that's why in the wedding that Jesus was at, it was weird for the wine taster to taste the best wine he's ever had at the end of the festival, because that's not normally how that worked.
Turn water into wine?
Right?
Yeah.
Little fun fact there for you. Okay. If you could relive your life with all your current knowledge, would you?
No.
It would be interesting to see what would happen if I did.
I wouldn't. I think it creates a paradox.
Ooh. It might.
Because if, let's say you do have your current knowledge, you go back and live your life
from a baby
to where you're at now, your life would be completely different.
Right.
And then you would have a different set of knowledge.
You would.
And you'd have a different set of knowledge, and you'd also have knowledge from something that you wouldn't know why. And it would probably create a different sense of rebellion in some sense.
No, I think you would. I think you should hold on to the knowledge that you have lived this life before. Otherwise, you wouldn't know why you know certain things are happening currently. The knowledge would be null and void if you didn't realize why the knowledge came from why you had that knowledge.
It's a great paradox. Because why would you have the knowledge of something that you did that you didn't do? How would you have the knowledge? Like, let's say you go back in time with the knowledge that you have now. So, like, right, I've dated some women in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go back and I have this now. I have this knowledge. I'm gonna grow up, and in a past life, I dated 3 people or 4 people.
It's not not a reincarnation. It's a rewind.
I know it's a rewind, but it's like it almost is like I can see the future from my own, like,
Yeah, you'd be able to have the knowledge so then you could better handle the situations when they come up.
I think that would completely reshape you. I really don't think that would be, like, it would be beneficial at all.
Possibly.
Because I really think that would bring up, like, questions of why.
A lot of questions.
Even if you went back with the same exact knowledge that you have now, you get older, and that I don't think that knowledge would stay. Because you'd end up changing something.
Right, you would end up changing something and have a new set of knowledge about it.
Yes.
But if we think about it this way, we are going to be in eternity forever.
Yes.
Right? So there are going to be constantly new things that we're going to be learning. We're not going to be done learning something.
Yes, obviously.
So with that in mind, that still applies to us in this world if we were to do that again.
Yeah, you do it again, but you come back. I think when you come back into your reality of your time set, like let's say you rewind with the knowledge you have now, then you come back, I think that knowledge would change. Because of what you did to get yourself where you're at. Sure, you undo mistakes, this, that, and the other. I think your mindset would change, and the things that you know would change. Because of you went back and changed stuff.
Right.
I don't think you would maintain, because
like 80% of the knowledge that you had would be null and void because of what you already changed.
Yeah, you go back, get rid of a relationship you ever had. Sure, at the point of going and changing it, you know that, but after you come back to where you started, oh, you didn't have that relationship, you just have knowledge of it.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
So you never actually had the experience of it.
Yes, you never had the experience, but you have the knowledge behind it. It's like, oh, you know why, but you don't know why, because somehow it changed. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Right? So, like, one of the things when I was younger, I made a stupid decision. Like, when I was picking on my sister, I made a stupid decision, and, like, I had a kind of come to God moment where my parents were like, okay, if this actually happened, you would have been going here, and my sister would have been going here. Like, it's like, it was it was a dumb thing. I never did it again, but, like, if I went back and took back the action that I did, and took back, because, one, the experience of being the disciplinary experience that I had wouldn't have happened.
Right.
I would have the knowledge, and I was like, oh, I don't do that, but I don't know why I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
It's like, for some reason, like, I have this thing in my mind later down in my life. I was like, why do I have such a vivid memory of not doing this one thing when there's nothing connected to?
Okay.
Like, right? And then let's say for my relationships, I've had a past relationship where I got way too physical. Okay. Let's say I go back and I completely take that out and say, don't do that. So I don't do it. I don't date her. This lady. That gets rid of 4 relationships, completely changes my high school career, completely changes where I'm at now. So I have the knowledge. Don't get too physical and too close with some woman that you think you're going to spend the rest of your life with when you end up not, and she ends up stabbing you in the back at some point. Like, you don't do that. And then you come back into reality, and it could be that I'm not even a ventriloquist anymore, and I never was on the rifle team because of this, that, and the other. Like, you start messing with past decisions, and every single decision after that changes.
Yeah, it's true.
You just come away knowing something that you don't know how you knew it.
Or would that actually be a problem?
I think that would. It goes back into the whole time travel theory too. Like, you change something that's like a pillar of who you are. Every other thing after that changes.
Right.
It's a ripple effect.
Yeah, it would be really weird.
What time are we at?
50 minutes.
Oh, dang. Epic. We're only like the 5th slide.
This is insane. But yeah, this is really weird because, like, well, here's my thought about it, is that, like, I wouldn't necessarily be taking away from who I was if I knew that I had lived a past life and I knew everything that was going to happen. And I knew.
So everything that you change, you tell yourself, okay, so this is what you did in this time. This is why you're not doing it.
Right. So my mind is that I would already have the concept that I've already done it this way. That didn't go out so well. If I choose this way, then I won't have that happen. I would have a different experience than what I've already experienced. I'm not taking away or replacing, I'm just adding on to the experiences that I've already had.
But going back to do it?
Yes.
So you wouldn't change anything that you did. You just make different decisions along with it.
Yeah.
You're kind of confusing me because like.
Well, here's.
So do you go back and change a course of what you would do, or do you not?
I think I would, because I've already had those experiences.
So you'd do them again. You do every mistake you've ever made again.
No. Because I've already had the experiences of going through that mistake.
So then your life changes.
Yes.
See what happens?
But no.
Yes, but no. What do you mean?
Yes, but no. Because there are certain, like, yes, some of your mistakes do determine the course of your life.
Mm-hmm.
But also, you could have ended up in that course in your life because of who you are.
Okay. I don't think it's 100% guaranteed, though.
It's not 100%
It's like the whole nature versus nurture argument. It's like, do you grow up becoming a painter because your father's a painter? Or do you grow up being a painter because you're naturally good at it?
If I have all the cumulative experiences that I've lived so far,
mm-hmm.
and I'm aware that I've lived all that before,
mm-hmm.
I am still the same person.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get to the destination better than I did before. The destination is still the same. I'm just trying to get there better than what I already did. I'm still the same person.
My brain can't wrap that. Like my immediate thought is like you go back and you change something in your past that immediately changes your present past.
How do we know that rule applies?
I just feel like it does. Like I don't have it because we're completely theoretical, right?
Right, that's 100% theoretical.
Theoretical argument, but it's just like my personal thought is 100% of the time you have to have some sort of attachment to this past. Like you have to have an attachment to this, like an anchor to where you're at now, your present, which mm-hmm. is what the current knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
The current.
Right.
You have attachment to the current. You go back.
Mm-hmm.
That current is changing along with the decisions that you change.
Okay.
All the way back to the setup.
Right. Okay.
And then I think your thought is that the current, no matter what, this change stays the same, right? That's your thought.
Essentially, yeah.
So you change all your decisions, this, that, the other, this, that, the other, this, that, the other, this, the other, this. The decisions you make, just undoing things, apparently the people around you are still affected because you still made that decision, but you didn't make the decision. You keep going through life, and since this thing caused this thing to this thing to this thing, you just choose not to, but no matter what, that action still happens. Your sister and your brother are affected by this, which leads up to your parents being affected by this. But you stay the same, you just choose not to do the decision, but everything else keeps happening around you.
I choose to do it better. I don't choose to do nothing. I choose to do it better.
Yeah, you do it better. But the reactions of when things happen,
mm-hmm.
do you change those reactions of how things happen? Like even the tiniest little thing has the biggest effect.
Okay.
Right? Let's say
right.
past you call your sister a name.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Your sister goes to your mom. Your mom tells you get grounded.
Right. Okay.
Right? And being grounded, you miss out on a bunch of activities with your family.
Okay.
And which is a memory you don't get to have.
It's a memory that I did have.
Okay, it's a memory you did have, but it's also a memory you don't get to have because they go and do something that you're not involved in because you were grounded. You change
Okay,
that.
yeah.
You change that one little thing. You don't get grounded. You go and experience that, and something else completely different happens along that path.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it's more than just the fact that yes, you can go change the little things that you yourself do along the road, but everyone else around you and the effects around it, because everything you do has some sort of alter like thing it's affecting.
So
Everything's connected is what I'm saying.
right, it's all connected. True. But if I'm trying to do it better, not in the sense of like, oh yes, I'm going to do this more efficiently, but I'm going to be more righteous. So that means I'm still going to meet the same people, but I'm going to make better righteous decisions when I meet them. So if the effect that I have on other people is actually an effect, then it's going to be an effect for the better, not for the worse.
Yes. But do you change your negative actions?
Yes. In order for that to work, yes, I would have to change my negative actions.
Which still leads to a bunch of things. Like, it's every little change is an astronomical, like, ripple. You change one thing, every reaction around that one thing changes.
That all depends. So, we're all, I think, from where you're coming from, is if it's just you and humanity, I include God into the mix.
Yes.
He already has a plan for your life.
Yes.
And constantly throughout your life, you have the decision to jump onto his plan or try your own way.
Yes.
Currently, I believe I'm on his plan. But I might stray off of his plan a little bit in the future, and then he has to redirect me. If I go back with the knowledge that I have, I will automatically be on his plan. Because of the knowledge that I have of what he has taught me from the past, what he wanted me to do in that moment. I will already be automatically on his plan. So therefore, I'm already linking with him, and whatever happens with him is going to be for the good. Until I come to the moment where I paused and went back in time.
I think we are trying to. Let's see. This is what you're talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing. At all.
Okay.
In my sense, you are talking about your singular path, right? Your path and how you would come back to, like, you taking your knowledge, going back all the way back here. I am talking about, yes, you do that, but I'm talking about every other person around you. Not just you.
Right.
I'm talking about all of the little things that you decide to change because we screw up, and our actions have effects way beyond us.
Right.
Every single time we make an action. You're talking about, yes, you live more righteously, blah, 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 blah. You come back to point A because you decided to live more righteously the whole way and you're on God's plan. I 100% agree. That is a thing that you can do, right? You can live 100% righteously the whole way and people looked at you righteously, right? But in the past, when you made a bad decision and you're changing that bad decision to a good decision,
yeah,
the people that you affected in that bad decision,
right, were affected poorly.
Yes, they were affected poorly, and so they had reactions to that, and they had to deal with things in that way. You change that around, that whole relationship changes too, and the people around that they affect. You don't realize it. Well, you probably do realize it. A lot of people don't realize it though. But you can have the smallest interactions with somebody, and it can completely turn themselves around.
Right. Which, if you have a negative experience, that can also flip them the opposite way.
Yes.
With that in mind, I'm aware of those small positive interactions,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm wanting to multiply those.
Yes.
So then all that comes is a good change, not a bad one. Sure, a lot of different people are going to be affected, but the effects that you're talking about of people being affected are ones that are poor effects that I'm wanting to change.
Well, I'm saying just changing anything and everything in general, because everything has a different.
Well, I'm not going to change the color that I like. I'm not going to change the books that I read. I'm not going to change those things.
That's obvious. I'm saying actions.
Yeah,
Actions
you're going to change
wise.
actions. I'm only going to change the poor ones. I'm not going to change. I'm going to change how I interact with people. I'm not going to change important decisions of like, do I want to invest or do I want to go into stocks?
So what would be one decision that you would change?
One decision that I would change would be me doing high school better. Me actually studying the material, actually learning from it, and getting good grades in it,
Mm-hmm.
so then I am better prepared after I get out of high school.
Okay.
And that would also remove the distrust I've had with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
It would remove the distrust my parents have had with me.
Mm-hmm.
Remove the isolation that I had felt with my siblings
Mm-hmm.
and the comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And it would also, I guess, is basically those two things. And also remove the guilt from me making that decision.
Mm-hmm.
It remove those things. So then all that comes out of it is positives.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would also change the idea of, change a couple of the relationships I had to just being friendships and making sure that they just stay that way so that the pain that we both felt doesn't ever get felt.
Mm-hmm. So let's say you go back to changing how you did school, right? Let's say for your sake, right, you make that decision. Now
Right.
your sister trusts you more.
Okay?
And now there isn't a secret. Let's say there was a secret. Let's say you told your sister that you didn't actually do your stuff, right? And she was keeping that secret from you. That became a burden for her, right?
Yeah.
You take that off, then she has that burden gone,
Right.
and now she's sure. Let's lift it up. Let's say that now is like now she's on a different path too.
Okay.
Because instead of you deciding to, like, let's say you lied about like how you're doing your school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of lying and telling her, then it creates this whole other thing. It's like, oh, that's not okay. Like that didn't actually happen. So then her life is different too because of you choosing not to lie instead.
And I would believe that change would be for the better.
Yeah, it is for the better.
Right.
What I'm saying is it's an astronomical effect from one tiny change.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that, and I'm ready for it because it would be a better change than what I've already.
But don't you think it could possibly turn around too? Is like since for you your choice is to always follow the Lord, right? 100% of the time. That's my choice too.
Mm-hmm.
Is follow the Lord. But just because you change your path, like on like trying to live more righteously, doesn't mean everybody else around you is going to.
Okay.
Someone else is going to fill that void.
Okay. But that still wouldn't change my decision to do it.
My opinion, like when it comes to this, is I would never go back in time, because the person that I am now is the best version of me. And even if I had the same knowledge and I could change it, I am the kind of person that I have to have experience with something to learn from it at all in any way, shape, or form. And so I wouldn't, even with the knowledge that I have now, and I can't grasp the fact of getting back to this point and still having the same knowledge, I can't get back to that. That just doesn't compute in my brain. I would not be able to go back in time, tell myself, like, along with the knowledge that I had, I would not be able to do the change and keep my head up in the way that I am. Because I feel like my personal thought is, if you're anchored to this time, you change things in the past, all those things change too, and so your memories of it changes.
And I think what is different is also our motivation.
Yeah.
Because you believe yourself to be the best version of yourself, and I have regrets.
I have regrets too.
Well, I have regrets that that affect me still.
Well, that's the thing where you gotta forgive and keep moving.
the person I need to forgive is myself. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you have to be able to just forgive. That's the thing that's hurting you. Is your own resent. You need to be able to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
That, like, for me saying I'm the best person that I am now is, and I'm gonna continue keep getting better. Like, I stand up in my faith. I'm willing to.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the things that I've done in my past.
Right.
I've done stupid. I have regrets. But am I gonna like mope around and say, "Oh, I'm sorry that I did this and I hate myself for it"? No, because once it's in the past, it's frozen. Like we talked about, is the past? It's frozen. It's there. You can't change what has already happened.
Right.
Right. But you can move forward with your eyes up, saying, "Oh, well, that was me then. I am now my new set of cells. I'm now my new person,
Oh my
and
gosh,
I'm going to make
now.
smart decisions on continuing, basing off the fact that I did something stupid and I knew the reaction from it."
Yeah. Which I believe, like, I have put way too much pressure on myself.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah.
We have some friends who are from South Korea, and it was funny. They take school way different than we do. Like, they're in school
probably,
from the early AM to the late PM, like all day. That's what they know is school. And one of the things one of them came home, and her sister said to her, she had one B. She said, "We're Asians, not Bejans."
Oh.
It's like they have a lot of pressure on each other, but it's like I don't even know where I was going with that, but like
Pressure.
yeah, pressure. You have pressure on yourself, but like you can cool down a little bit too, and you can say, "Okay, I'm sorry that I've looked at myself in this way. I will step out of this and know that I did stupid in the past, but I can look forward to knowing that I'm going to live more righteously for myself and for God."
And I guess, yeah, that is what can be pulled out of it, is because your decisions cause ripple effects. Not just because if you were to go into the past, it would change the present, but your small decisions now change other people's present and eventually their futures.
Yep.
Just constantly being aware of, like, we have current knowledge now of what is righteousness and what is holiness, and we've learned from our mistakes and experiences. Then we can choose differently than if we didn't have those.
Yeah.
Cool conclusion.
I like it. All right, let's do one more of mine, and then we can do one of yours.
Oh gosh! Wow, that was actually really good. I like that question a lot.
You went backwards.
Oh, I did I? My bad. No, I went forwards. You just did yours.
I did twice. Dang it. Okay.
Well, hold on.
We invented money to trade for things, but now we trade our time for money to buy things we don't need. Fun. Okay, go back to the other one.
Stop it. Well, never mind. Alright, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna get to this one. This one. Oh, hush it. Okay. So we're gonna get to this one. This one's actually really good.
We got to slide 26? Crazy. Okay. We could keep doing more of these if you wanted to. That'd be fun. Is love... Oh, wait, yeah, you're true. Yeah, you do it. This is more fun for me, I guess. Go.
Is love a chemical reaction or something deeper in the soul?
Both.
Both. Yeah, there's actually multiple different types of love.
Yes.
Right?
And you got a platonic love.
Yeah, bro. Because, like, in the Bible, there's actually multiple different words for love. And for multiple different types.
Yeah.
And because of love, there are some chemical reactions that do happen in your brain and your body and hormones and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So that does happen.
And then in the soul, can kind of create soul ties if you get too physical with somebody.
Right. Soul ties. Yeah. That's an interesting topic.
Yes.
But I think for the essential of this question, I think it is something deeper in the soul. More than it is a chemical reaction.
I'm just still sticking with both.
Well, I want to dive deeper into something deeper in the soul because love is a
Patient.
choice of sacrifice.
I'd agree.
So
You're not gonna get much argument out of me this one.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, it does make it deeper, and
Yes.
it isn't just a chemical reaction.
I didn't say it was just a chemical reaction. I said it was both.
Okay.
That's about all the argument you're gonna get. I'd say it's both.
Okay. But yeah, it is a sacrifice.
Mhm.
Talks about like fathers don't give a stone to their son when their son asks for bread,
Mm-hmm.
or doesn't give them a snake when they ask for water.
Yeah, there's no chemical reaction really there.
Right. It's because they love their son. They're
Mhm.
sacrificing something that the father earned for and worked for
Mhm.
in order to give it to one that they love and care for.
Mhm.
And so yeah, love comes in multiple forms because of the different relationships that we have.
Yeah.
Um.
I think we should also break it down a little farther though too.
Mm-hmm.
Is, you kind of have to define it itself, right?
Right.
Because you can't just say love blah 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 without knowing really what you're talking about.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
God is love.
Right.
Right.
God is love.
He sacrificed his own son for us,
Mm-hmm.
enduring the worst pain you can fathom, going into death
Right.
and then coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is unfathomable. That's a hard word to say.
Unfathomable.
Unfathomable. Like, and like, also on top of that, it's like every single thing you've ever experienced, like your worst feelings, he went through that.
Yeah.
Like being betrayed, he was betrayed.
He was rejected. Yeah.
Being rejected, being lied about, like
Mhm.
being like spat on, whipped,
Physical pain.
like anything you can think of, like that, like depression. He probably went through that too. Like
He sweat blood out of his forehead.
he sweat blood. He probably had anxiety and all those. Like every single kind of negative feeling you have felt, Jesus felt that.
Right.
And he has compassion and love for you because of him knowing that.
Right. Yeah.
Which, once again, is unfathomable.
Amount.
Unfathomable. Yeah. And so it's like...
Yeah, he died on the cross for all of us, and he
Mhm.
didn't have to. He could have restarted everything.
Could have flooded us, but he promised.
Again.
Yeah.
He could have flooded us again.
He could have just set the world on fire.
Right? But he didn't. He
Could have
loved
solved
us.
world hunger by blowing it up.
He loved us so much that he wanted it to be an opportunity for us to love him back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, now back onto your deeper soul thing.
I don't need to.
Well, that's that you're going on. I was just going to define it first, and then we can go back to
I
importance
think it
of
went
love.
where it needed to.
Okay, cool.
It was good.
Cool.
And like, yeah, that's actually why we believe in God. It's
Mhm.
because of his love.
Yeah.
It's because he did sacrifice his son on the cross so that we could be with him.
Mhm.
Like, what other belief system teaches people about that? Their God sacrificing himself
Yeah.
for others.
I think also the other fun thing is we definitely should talk about is one. I think we won't go too far deep into this one, but we should talk about it in our next episodes. Is the line of which Jesus came?
Oh, his genealogy?
Yeah, we should talk about Jesus' genealogy compared to like Muhammad's,
That'd be
and
interesting.
like Buddha, all those like comparatively.
That'd be interesting.
Like in summary, dude came in a humble way.
Yeah.
Like he came through
Based upon the people he came from.
Yeah, he came through prostitutes. He came through like murderers. He came through thieves
And kings.
and kings. Like he came through all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like Muhammad, he literally came in like the perfect line, which is not even possible.
Wow, we would need to do a lot of research for that one.
Yeah,
Later.
we can do a lot of research.
But that would be really sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah. Well, I think this ended on a really great
We had 60 slides. No, we had over 100 slides,
We
right?
had 100 questions.
100 slides and questions. Most of mine were funny, and I started realizing that I like the philosophy ones more. But yeah,
Oh, that was fun. But sometimes, we can have a lot of fun just thinking about certain things.
Yeah.
And not having to get super academic. Like having to do all the research.
oh,
What I'm saying.
I think this was still relatively pretty academic
I guess so.
because
To a
we're
point.
basing off of context and
Mhm.
prior knowledge.
Right, but it felt more
Except for the toothbrush
relaxed.
thing.
It didn't feel like a PowerPoint presentation.
It was a PowerPoint presentation.
Okay, but it didn't feel like it.
Yeah, that's true. We had a topic and we delved into it.
Mm-hmm. Right? We let it flow where it wanted to flow.
Yep.
Yep. So.
Yep.
So yeah, hopefully you guys had as much fun with this as we did.
Yeah.
And if you guys have any sorts of questions that you would want us to answer that are like this, let us know.
Yeah, comment it because it would be epic.
It would be so epic. We might make a whole episode based upon your guys' questions.
No, we will make an episode based on your questions.
Right. We're making it a certainty. My bad.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, thanks
You
for
gotta pray.
joining us this week on
The basement.
basement.
You're praying.
Right.
You
So
closed it too early.
my bad. Sorry, I forgot.
He's fired.
Lord God, thank you for this wonderful time that we got to come together and we got to think about the mysteries of life and you, God. I pray that this was inspiring to everyone who's listening, God, and wasn't depressing or whatever. And pray that we all are wanting to seek to learn more about you so that we can learn how to love you and love others around us better. And we thank you for all that you have given us in this world, God. And I pray that we continue to worship you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, Felicia. He forgot how to use the computer.
1 second, okay? You gotta give me a second.